live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's another episode of Venture Maidens, episode 70. Wow. Oh my gosh. We're 70 years old. We've made it. We've made it past the fun, past the hangover after episode 69. And here we are. We're back. We're back, baby. Oh, we had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun last time, but it's time for that fun to end as the plot moves forward.
Time to get serious.
Time to get serious. Seared and serious. It'll be awesome. But yeah, before we can tell you about that, I'll tell you some stuff about that show. Yeah, see, look, Brittany brought a book, a whole book full of rules. That's
I
how
made
it
a
ends.
I
Hell
made
yeah.
a book.
Wow,
so
that's
rad.
beautiful.
I made
Sorry,
two
podcast
books.
listeners, you can't see this, but it's gorgeous. It's like a hand-bound.
No, it's
ritual
not worth
book.
seeing.
I have
Beautiful.
like 10 pages now worth of
Yes,
character stuff.
Yes, we
plot
leveled
stuff.
up. We're level 10, and we went into our character sheets. We went hard. We did. We went hard. We went over all those rules. Last time we talked a little bit about all the hot new shit coming to our characters. Now that we're level 10, and I'm ready to step it up. You guys are in the double-digit dome from now on. You're like basically gods at this point. You know, in the D&D or the Tales of the Valiant. So. Rise up, babe.
Wow. Halfway to godhood.
Halfway there. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, like I was saying,
on a prayer.
this is the Venture Maidens. We are a D&D / Tales of the Valiant actual play, live stream, and podcast. This is a very adult-themed show, so expect swearing. Expect things like we keep some content warnings up just all the time for graphic body horror, or body horror, because we have graphic, violent descriptions. We kick a lot of ass. We swear about it. What up? Fuck you. And then on top of that, for this episode, we might have some additional content warnings that come up. The word on the street is we're going to hell. So, you know, that's going to be a good time. In particular, things like swamps and corruption and stench might come up this episode. So if those are things that are going to be triggering for you, this may not be the episode for you. But beyond that, yeah, I think that's the business. So, hey guys, my name is Celeste Conowitch, and tonight I will be your game master.
My name is Brittany Quintero. I am your Eldrin cleric Morana, who just got very excited by a lot of things that Celeste described.
Oh dear.
And the first thing that comes to mind is the Bog of Eternal Stench.
So stinky.
And I'm Nassim, and I'm playing your orc fighter, Tony Silvertail, along with our trusty steed, Arrow.
Oh my
our
God.
king. Our horse king.
And I'm Sage, and tonight I will be Ethel Flannery, your sumptuous satyr bard.
Ooh, feeling herself. I like it. Yes. So we've got some stuff going on tonight. We've got some invitations coming. We've got some trips coming. We got some extra planar nonsense coming. But before that, we got to recap the fun that we had last time. So what happened last time on episode 69?
What didn't happen?
Studfest.
We dominated in about every festival activity at the Horny Festival?
Tony dominated.
Yeah, honestly. Studfest 69.
Studfest.
Yes,
That's right.
yes,
Studfest.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony
Yeah, and
fucking
what was that?
dominated.
Yeah, what was that festival?
It was a grand old time in like some other, I don't know, pocket dimension, outside realm, on this fabulous, beautiful, gorgeous island, full of minotaurs, centaurs, all these horny creatures that we enjoyed looking at and playing with, and won some fabulous magical items through the competitions, and we divvied them up among each other to take back. Rook even joined us. I think she had a great time.
Had a great time.
Oh, yeah.
Rook met
She was
margaritas.
really loving the margs.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, finally
Oh,
got
you
to
need a little
blow off some
Margaritaville, am
steam.
I right?
That was delightful. I was stoked.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was basically like fake Coachella, and we had a grand old time after we got the invite from Tandy, who was catering the event, with from the Bushy Brewha, the crew from the Bushy Brewha. And so yeah, we got to kick it in a sweet like lounge, got unlimited pitchers of margaritas, and then just did a bunch of like carnival style games of like playing chicken and
You crowned the Horny King.
Yeah. Oh yes, and then we all voted for the Horny King.
Yeah. It was a good fucking time. Good time.
It was. Oh, we did some really cool. Well, in this realm, what we would do with like snowflakes and paper.
Yeah, made some paper
we
sculptures.
did that in the Fae realm.
You mean in real life they were actually very cool blocks?
They were super cool.
Stone,
very awesome sculptures.
Yes, for our purposes.
I'm sorry, both realms, like snowflake or otherwise, like that's a cool task. I love that.
Yeah. But before that, and we did do a little brief recap at the start of last time about the events, like kind of in plot that are going to set up this episode. Can we just do maybe Sage just give us a quick couple sentence summary of like what transpired at that weekend and what is leading kind of into this episode as we return from the tropical island to, do some shit.
Yeah, so Aoife had received this invitation from Alara Bell House, this Eldrin socialite, who was holding this gathering at her house for a weekend soiree of debauchery and revelry. But of course, the real purpose was for representatives of archdevils and their archdevils to come together and talk about what we're going to do about Melwyn Tavir, because she's bad for business. Mm-hmm. Nobody likes her. Mm-mm. And she's messing with kind of like everything that they're trying to accomplish. Yeah. And when people are afraid and they can't leave their house, they're going to be less easy to target with deals with devils. So Aoife, with the assistance of Marana and Tony, had to earn their favor and prove her worth, that she was worthy enough to sit down in that room and have that conversation. We were successful ultimately. And Aoife, in that meeting, put forward herself as a candidate for, I don't know, maybe the new Tsarina, if anyone's interested. And it was something they would take under consideration. But in the meantime, Aoife's like, look, we've got this lead. We need to get the Corellans back in order to get the people on our side to deal with these Fae. So if you get me an invitation to the Crystalline Museum, I can save the Corellans, and then we can kind of go from there.
Yeah, they can start cleaning shit up and maybe undermine Melwyn.
Yeah, and they're like, good, perfect. We will do that. And then when Aoife returned back, as we were in some layer of hell, and the group of us returned, we found that the castle was under siege by Chol. So that means that none other than Alexandria Cross is probably behind this invasion. Mm-hmm. And so we had to fight them off. We're ultimately successful, and the Diabolists were grateful for our efforts.
Yeah, and as a reminder, Alexandria Cross is basically the right hand of Melwyn, her like personal inquisitor, who is now like been promoted to the general of the fucking nation, and it's a very scary partnership and bad time going on there. So that was direct action taken by Melwyn against the Diabolists. So it seems like y'all are kind of on a time clock. So yeah, great summary. One more thing I want to summarize and make sure we're all on the same page about before we dive into this episode in particular. We've learned a lot so far about the curator, and let's go around as a team and remind everyone why the curator is important, how they're connected to what the Corellan situation is, why this is important. What do we know? What do we know so far? What have we learned?
Well, first, the Corellans have disappeared, and in our long journey to find any information about where they went, we eventually found that the curator had been collected by... did I just confuse words in my head?
Yeah, the curator was collecting. Yeah.
Collecting the Corellans.
That's a lot of C words. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
I was like,
brain-
wait, who is in
Like,
charge?
actually, there's something wrong in there. I hope this is actually clarifying anything. That's basically what we know, and that they live in hell.
Yeah, they have kind of their own pocket plane dimension in hell. They're actually an archdevil, which is kind of wild. So, like, on the same level as, like, Mephistopheles and Polina, you know, who's in this book you've been talking to. A heavy hitter.
And we had actually encountered the curator at one point, like early on, didn't we? Or am I misremembering?
You encountered a very hideous creature that was springing a trap for a Corellan. And you weren't a Corellan, so basically you ended up moving along. But it was like a horrific bell monster thing that was like sitting outside of the city of Chauciana. Remember when you guys planted the bell in the ground, Whistler's Bell? And we're trying to hide it. This creature found it and was basically waiting to probably eat or grab Whistler whenever he came.
Aoife was like, I don't want to do anything with your trap. I'm not a Corellan. I just want to use it for a few minutes. Is that cool? And they were like, I guess. Now get out.
Yeah. Yeah, go in peace. And you're like, ooh, that was like hideous.
Will do.
Yeah.
So they're not it's not reactionary. That's nice.
No, they were
I think
actively
of it as
hunting
a-
Corellans to bring to this museum. Yeah.
I think of it as a tapeworm.
What else
It's
do we
just
know?
sitting there leeching.
Yeah, so that wasn't the curator. That was a servant creature of the curator. Brittany, to
Oh,
clarify.
I'm talking about the curator.
Yeah.
It's
What
just posted up on the banks of the river Styx.
We've learned that. Yeah, that its lair, its dimension is somewhere on the banks of the Styx. What else do we know?
Since it was able to get the Corellans, it's got to be somewhere near the mortal plane as well, or the mortal realm as well. And so the only way to get into the Crystalline Museum, his museum of curios, of souls,
I guess. Yeah, you're like, what?
of notable souls that they've collected over the course of, I don't know, millennia, whenever he crawled out of the river Styx, is that you have to have an invitation.
Yep.
And if you try to get into it without an invitation, you're just going to end up lost in
Fucked by the region.
in a labyrinth
Yeah.
somewhere in hell, I guess. And so, but if you have a ticket, it's no problemo.
Sounds exploitative. We do know that. Wait, do we know this? The last page. The
I know, say it.
amphibious creature that fell from the mortal plane into the river Styx.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
bathing in its waters, it wriggled its disgusting little body onto the shore. And because it fell in the river of Styx, it was warped by magic. And now, because it's fucking should not be bathing in god water, but it did, it's now very highly intelligent and it's mutated. And now it's it's sentient, doing its fucking stupid thing.
Yep. I believe I showed you all the picture of the curator because there were probably sketches of it in the demon book, came in before, but I can show you guys again. Yeah, and I'll put it up on the screen too, but one second. I'll grab it. I bookmarked the page, 1 second.
It's a cute little guy.
It's just a cute little guy.
Also, I have not had any interactions with the curator, so I'm just left with my preconceived judgments.
That's us too.
Yeah. All we know, and I don't know if we. Oh my god, yeah. It is so cute.
Little froggy guy.
That's unnecessary. He does not. That vile creature does not need to be cute.
Frog boy.
It's wild that he's this powerful.
Yes. So he looked like
I
a
hate
fucking
it.
frog that like fell in, and his story is he fell in the river, whatever he was, and woke and like was a archdevil after that. It's
That's what I would call a little shit.
which all the other archdevils that Aoife talked to were like, we don't what? Like we don't take him seriously. How did he? Nobody likes this guy.
Yeah, but it seems like they should maybe start taking him seriously.
Take him seriously,
That little
right?
shit.
Exactly. Nobody likes him, but he should, if he somehow got like hundreds of Corellans across the Empire, all of their souls trapped, like that they're gone, yeah, he needs to be taken seriously.
I mean, don't underestimate the underdog. Underfrog, excuse me.
Underfrog.
We did hear rumors that like it wasn't all on his own, that he made a pact with Melwyn in order to she delivered
That's the
essentially
gossip.
Corellans.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the gossip, unconfirmed alleged gossip.
Because since the Corellans have been gone, the realm has been in a lot more trouble, and people have been afraid, and they've needed a strong leader like Melwyn who could step in because the Tsarina was weak on Fae policies.
Fuck that cunt.
And so they basically traded powers that way. She gave him the Corellans, and he was like, all right, here's some more strength to you so that you can conquer.
What the fuck did she bargain? Because that's what I want to fucking know. What did she give to the curator? He's a neutral,
That's a good question.
chaotic, maybe. Not good, not bad, but fucking, ooh.
Exactly.
The fuck did she have to wager?
Yep. And one of the things that Aoife brought up was, oh, do you think Melwyn is like worships the curator or is a warlock? And they're like, no, he's not powerful enough to have like warlocks or whatever. So it was probably more of a partnership situation, some kind of trade. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I think I have an inkling.
Partnered with her too. Yeah. That's at least one of my theories. I think Hakate is definitely involved in this.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
This
is a bad triangle of power.
It is one of these things.
This is one of these things where all the villains, it's like, oh, wait a minute.
Well, I think there's probably only one fucking jackass villain that's causing other people to become villains.
I would say there are safely multiple
survival
villains in this campaign.
About to be another one.
It took me villain.
Brittany's got to simplify.
Listen,
there can only
villain
be
is a matter
one
of
big baddie.
perspective.
There are antagonists.
Yeah.
But there is fucking one
Just
villain.
one boss
God damn it.
One boss fight. Yes. Good job. Yes. Good stuff. Okay. So that's good for framing. We're all on the same page with what's important for what's about to happen. Now let's dive into this episode where we're starting. So this episode takes place probably a day or so after that weekend you spent at Laura Bellhouse's mansion. So in the last, 2 to 3 days, you have survived a weekend at this noble's estate. You have wheeled, you have dealed, you have partied, you have collaborated with Diabolus, you have gone to hell just for a little while to meet with them. You've gotten all this information. You've secured an invitation to this museum so you can finally get there and see the truth of where are these Corellans and hopefully free them, in hopes of clawing back some of this power that Melwyn has, now, gotten vice grip over the Empire. It's been a lot. And then that all concluded, of course, with a massive attack by these Chol, these mercenary fiends, working probably for Melwyn. It was a lot. But at the end of the day, you were victorious. The Diabolus had lived. They had managed to close basically a hell gate that would have summoned a bunch more Chol and completely decimated these new allies that you had forged. So you saved them, and that will continue now to be a resource for you, Aoife. For your efforts, you were rewarded, of course, with this new, the heroic destiny advancement. You've got a lot more power and influence. You've got the ear of some very powerful individuals within the Empire. And you've gotten the promise of this invitation. Of course, also during that, of note, Tony, you had received a gift as well, a friend from your past. Arrow had shown back up, knowing and feeling, the cosmic forces conspiring against you as the fiends of hell had come in and evil had come to attack you. so did a soldier of good appear, and he was compelled to join you once again at your side, the celestial to battle, of course, what is before you. So he is back with you, and he has promised to stay by your side as you deal with this mission into hell that is about to confront you. Because, of course, a celestial horse, like, would not leave you hanging for what is about to be in front of you, which is a trip to hell. You've got this invitation. Your next task is to basically go down to this crystal museum of this curator, this archdevil that you've begun to hear so much about. Confront him. Find if he has the souls of the Krellins. Free them if he does. It's a big task in front of you. But for now, as you're taking all of this in, a day or so after all of this has happened, I imagine you all return to Cooper, to the chicken hut to kind of recollect your stuff. You need to wait for this invitation. It was promised to you, and it's going to be coming very soon. But these are the minutes before the storm, right? Like the mere hours before you descend to hell and take this journey on. So as you get back, I think, you take some time to chill. I imagine you sleep, you get all rested, you recover a little bit. But the first thing of interest that happens, in the midst of all of this, is you receive a letter in the way you do, slid under the door from across time and space and eternity. So we're starting with a letter. And,
oh boy!
Oh yeah. So I imagine this is, I don't know, some kind of a morning after or late afternoon, once you all sleep in and recover a little bit, when most of you or some of you are like present in the living room, kind of kitchen area, you hear that familiar of paper, heavy paper across the floor, and you see a black square envelope embossed with a strange symbol. It sort of looks like a frog's face, stamped in like a blood red wax.
Oh yeah, open that up and read that immediately.
Ooh, yeah. As you do, and it's weird because it's square, so it sort of unfolds like one of those cootie catchers. That you used to make in like middle school or whatever. And on like thick, really thick paper that you have a flash of an instinct that this might not be paper. This might be like skin, like flayed skin, with a shiny red, cursive. And at first, as you look at it, you see they're just like diabolic symbols across this, and you like kind of blink again, and you see the symbols like move and realign until it goes to common, which is your most spoken language. And it reads: "The curator requests the pleasure of your company at a private viewing of the new Musicians of the Plains exhibit of the Crystal Museum. Please present this invitation upon arrival." It's a very formal invitation.
Also,
Like you might receive from a museum opening.
Musicians of the Plains. Interesting.
Seems to be the name of the exhibit. It's italicized.
don't the Krellins ring bells?
Yeah, they sure do.
Yeah,
They
Aoife will of course read this aloud, and will say, I think we're in for a night of some percussion.
That makes me
When
sad.
is the invitation for? Like, do we have
There
a
does
dead?
not appear to be any listed date or time, or even an address.
Well, at our leisure.
Yeah, you can assume it will be one of those magic things. Like when you arrive, it will be the right time and stuff. But of more note, what's kind of interesting is you're given the name of the place, which sort of assumes that whoever's receiving this invitation is magical enough, powerful enough, and knowledgeable enough to know exactly where this is and how to get there. It seems to be the assumption built into this.
What did they say the place was?
The Crystal Museum.
I assume I know about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
'cause-
definitely, you've heard of this as like, this is kind of the name of the curator's place. And you do know from this, like, the lore around him says he does occasionally invite, powerful creatures from across the plains to come and view the museum. After all, what is the point of keeping a museum if nobody gets to see it? And you all worked very hard for this invitation, but you're probably much lower on the punching, pole than the kind of creatures that normally get this sort of invite. So you have a few problems to contend with, but you have an invitation.
Aoife, did your new Diabolist friends give any kind of guidance or insight about how we should approach this museum? Should we come in disguise again? I mean, they gave us an invitation so they know how to reach us. It probably isn't make much of a difference to try to disguise ourselves.
True. I definitely agree with that. And they didn't give me any guidance per se on how to get there, but that certainly seems to be a good question for our dear friend Poe as she calls back towards her room.
Yeah, as you mention the name, you feel an awareness like opens in your mind, like something that was asleep, and kind of dormant in a corner, like becomes aware.
And like talking out loud, like kind of like talking to herself out loud so that you all can hear. She kind of looks like she's like pacing around the room like she's on a phone call with somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she says, "Poe, we have been extended an invitation to the Crystal Museum, but I am not well versed in planar travel. Would it be possible that you would know a spell or know where we could locate one in order to get to the River Styx?"
To the Styx. Yes. I think I have something. But I have lost much of my own power. You will need to open my pages and invoke the spell.
Very well. That will work quite nicely.
And before, just in the interest of clarity, you will have to bring me with you to maintain it.
That makes sense. I think if we're headed to some corner of the underworld of to hell, then I should really like you to be there.
I would agree that I would be quite helpful to you in your endeavors. Do you know much of this Crystal Palace? I'm afraid I don't know the precise location, but if the magic I have in mind works, that shouldn't matter too much. You do know it is along the River Styx?
We do know it is along the River Styx, and probably close to the material plane, or to the material realm.
That should make it easier then. All right. Well, come and get me. She says as you're like talking to it, and the book is like up up in your room.
Eva's like kind of like pacing around the room, and then she walks back to her room and grabs the book, and she feels this little bit of a warm kind of shiver of delight as she picks up the book and lays it down flat onto the table.
Yeah. Are you both, I'm assuming, Tony, Marana, you watching what is happening?
Oh, is this happening out in the open? Then yeah.
Yeah.
Aoife just put the book down, open on the pages. And you see in curling script that appears, like when Aoife puts the book down, it appears to be entirely blank, like there's nothing within the pages. And as Aoife, puts it down, you see letters begin to appear as if someone, an invisible ghost, is sort of filling in the letters here. And both Tony and Marana, you see this script as clearly something not common, not of this world. It's diabolic symbols that are scrawling across the page. I don't know, do either of you speak Infernal?
Marana does. Remember we talked about that.
So then, Marana, you would recognize this as Infernal language. To Aoife, this just seems like common that is appearing across the page. Tony, you have no fucking idea what is happening. It looks insidious, right? This is the kind of shit, if you saw these symbols written on something, like you walked up in an abandoned house, you'd be like, there is some demon summoning happening here, right? So Aoife, yeah, as the symbols are revealed to you, and Marana, you see them scrawl across the page. You see the name of whatever this ritual that is being like written out in the book, and you see the name is Conjure Ferryman. And the spell begins to appear like in text below you.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's hysterical.
Celeste sent me this earlier, and I was like, it's almost like it was made just for us.
I'm just thinking, like, if you don't know what the fuck's going on, it's this big grandiose fucking thing. But the ones that can read it, it just says the destination.
Yeah, it says call a cab. Yeah. It's the spell call a water taxi. Yeah.
Palo Alto. Like,
yeah. So this is indeed a spell that appears in front of you in this book. You too, fans at home, if you have the Labyrinth World Book from Kobold Press, this is a spell I wrote and put in this book. So you can too have it at your table. But yeah, Sage, I did send it to you earlier with no context whatsoever. So you want to give us a quick summary of what this spell does?
Yeah, so it is an actual spell, so an arcane or a weird spell, and you can concentrate on it for up to an hour. But basically what you have to do is once you cast it, you summon a ferryman who uses some statistics. And then the ferryman is able to ferry you and some other of your friends to a destination that you name. The spell lasts for an hour, so the spell ends early if you get to your destination, and then when you're able to cast it at higher levels, the ferryman becomes more powerful, and that means that they can bring you more quickly to places like well across the plane. So when Aoife is able to upcast it at 5th level, we're going to be able to basically teleport to a portion of the river Styx.
Yep. Yeah. So the basic version of the spell is like you're standing in a river. You can conjure a guy who will, drive you across the river wherever you want to go in the mortal realm. Second step is the ethereal plane anywhere on the mortal realm you want when you contact water. Third step is you can actually go to the motherfucking river Styx wherever you want, and it'll ferry you for an hour along the Styx towards your destination. So y'all are high enough punching power that you can do this now. But I will say, there is something strange that happens when Marana, you read this text, and Aoife, you read it as well. As you read it, the book, so Poenya, sears it into your mind. It's like as she reveals it to you, this is like true knowledge you are being shown. So either of you can cast this spell now, moving forward, whenever you wish. It is added as a permanent spell to your prepared list. Revealed to you by perhaps one of the creatures that was involved in its creation.
What's the name of the spell that I'm writing down?
It's called Conjure Ferryman, and I'll send you the page for it. But essentially, you'll always be able to summon a devilish, fiendish kind of figure that is... this is a spell invented by those who know Charon, the god of the dead. It's a fairy spell, so you can use it on any body of water, basically. So the one requirement of the spell is you have to go to like a body of water, a river, to start it and summon this guy, and he will be able to take you anywhere in the mortal realm, anywhere across the plains, in the same realm, or to the river Styx. There's some conditions, but you'll figure it out. But as long as you have Poe with you, I will say, Aoife, she can concentrate on the spell for you. As you cast
cool.
it, which will be quite helpful because you still, wherever you go, you have to endure at least an hour upon whichever river you travel on, which probably isn't going to be a problem most of the time, but the river Styx is nothing if not extremely fucking dangerous. So it'll be very critical to have a very safe hour.
Cool.
Sorry, Tony, you can't read it. Otherwise, it would be seared into your brain too. Baby spellcaster, though you couldn't cast it for so long.
I just look at it and I'm like, creepy.
Yeah, you're like, nah. As both Marana and Aoife have like, yeah, their like eyes glow red for an instant. Yeah. How do you feel
Delightful.
about that, Marana? Something being downloaded into your brain in that way. It's kind of weird.
Look, that's the least weird thing that has happened to me. I am kind of more sour that Hades didn't like kind of give that to me as a parting gift.
Yeah, like what?
I'm like,
I had to get this on my own.
Hades told you like almost nothing. You open up
Yeah,
one time and you get
I'm
a
just
free
like-
spell forever. Pfft,
He really
Look.
just trusted the journey you were about to have.
yeah.
yo, I sure fucking did. By the way, I've been on the river Styx already,
Wow,
y'all.
okay.
I'm just saying, I've been here already, and now I get a fucking
And
fast
boy,
pass.
would it have been useful to have this goddamn spell?
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I think Marana's having some complex feelings, like out of pettiness.
Yeah.
But she is higher. She gives herself the time to consume those
Hey
feelings.
man, if you join Team Devil, you get free stuff.
Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely not. She's just letting her have her feelings and she's gonna let it fucking dissolve, float down the river Styx, and now she's ready.
Yeah.
She's good.
So you do have this spell, which will basically all you need to do is go to a river, any river that exists in this material, plane of yours, this mortal realm, and you can cast the spell to get a ride down the river Styx. And part of the spell is, as long as you can name the location, you don't have to know specifically where it is, but if you cast it with a 5th level or 5th circle spell slot, which is pretty heap big magic, the ferryman will be able to take you to whatever destination along the Styx that you need to go.
Sick. Yeah, Aoife would definitely recommend that we go towards Chauciana because Aoife wants to drop a line via animal messenger to Bartleby to be like, hey, we talked about the curator
Yeah.
and how we wanted him out of this game. Here's where we're going so that if we don't come back, you know where to look for us.
That's a good call.
Yeah, I like that.
Another demon of knowledge. Devil of knowledge.
Are you asking if I remember?
No, you weren't there. I don't know. Marana doesn't know anything about Bartleby.
No, Marana knows
idea.
nothing about Bartleby.
Oh, Brittany,
Nope.
I know.
But Brittany is feeling excited.
Brittany remembers.
The biggest fucking love-hate relationship.
For those of you who are new to the Favor campaign, Bartleby made a pretty multiple appearances in Fate that were not well received by everyone here.
Bartleby and Brittany go way back.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I actually am delighted that Bartleby's still around. Actually,
Oh,
This is
a lot of fake
very
characters are still around.
delightful. I am so
living their
stoked.
lives, doing the things. All the ones you didn't kill,
Bartleby.
they still around.
So yeah, Aoife will be like, all right, well, I'm going to start getting our stuff together and I guess we can take a day to get ready, head out on the morning. Yeah. Is there anything else you all want to do before we set out?
What are you doing with Arrow? Because he's obviously here, and he would have come back to. He's a bit.
Oh yeah.
I guess the hut can accommodate his size, right? Like he can stand in there, and it's probably a little uncomfortable getting him in the front door, but you could have like a stable room for
Yeah,
him.
that's what I pictured.
Or make it
is
like a
that,
door
it's kind of-
outside.
yeah, like a straight shot
Yeah.
through, like just in front of next to the stairs
Yeah.
up to Rook's room. There's a double door that's kind of more like a big old barn door, and enters into like a stable with some, feeding trough and lots of comfy soft hay for him to hang out in, and open windows for him to take a peek through and get some fresh air.
Yeah.
But and I leave the doors open so that he's actually, if he can, hear and understand what's happening here in the main room. But after we have our discussion, I probably just go and hang out in there, and we talk and prep about what's going to happen the next day. And
Nice.
I know he's coming with us, but like, is he going to be able to handle being on a ferry? I mean, I don't know what to expect this ferry to be.
Yeah. It's a magic-ass fairy that can accommodate... So the only rule in the spell is you can bring as many creatures as you want equal to your level in addition to you. So since Aoife is level 10, Aoife could summon a boat that could handle up to 11 creatures with no size requirements. So Aoife can summon a motherfucking yacht if Aoife wants to with this spell, right? The only important thing is that you have like a fiendish... like underworld spirit guy who like can drive the boat wherever you want to go. So a horse will not be a problem. Horses have been transported up and down rivers, since time immemorial. It's not going to be super fun for him, but he can handle it. And the good thing is, I mean, the Styx flows most of the hells and the underworld is underground. But there are these big, it's a big river cavern, and something about that too is time is weird there because and space is weird there because it's the space really in between planes. That's one of the interesting things about the river Styx. It winds and it moves between the hells and the heavens and, reality. So parts of it will probably feel really shitty for him, but parts of it could be open and like, fields of wandering shades and strange, ruins and monuments. So having a creature that can fly is actually probably going to be very, very incredibly useful for those sections that aren't, so close to reality as subterranean caverns.
Mental rapids? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's the typography is not going to be always underground river. It is a river through time and space. So sometimes it'll flow through caverns that feel like, the open-aired sky, right? And you'll see entire ruined cities on the horizon. Some of it will feel like a traditional riverbank, right? Trapped in, claustrophobic caves. Some of it will be ancient forests lost to memory that have disappeared from the mortal world. It's, the rules are going to be thrown out the window. Gang, we're not going to be in a normal place. A highly, highly fucking magical form of travel that is usually reserved in like games like D&D for only the highest level of characters. So planar travel is a whole interesting ball game.
Then I think I'll just ask him, like, what does he want to do tonight? Does he want to save his strength? Does he want to maybe go out for like a nighttime stroll, fly, get some fresh air before we go down under?
He considers this, and to be completely honest, being here in your mortal world already feels a little claustrophobic, if that makes any sense. The magic here doesn't flow in the same way or depth as the lands in which I was born. The celestial realms. I think the worlds of the dead, the worlds below, will feel more, in a strange way, like home than this place does. If that makes any sense at all.
I mean, I can't completely understand, but
Oh, you've been to places like the wilds. You must have experienced what a world of pure magic feels like, as opposed to your daily life, yes?
Actually, yes. After having spent so much time in the wilds, I did feel something within me kind of free, become free. And I didn't feel the same after I came back to the mortal realm.
It's a hard thing. It's a hard world you live in, but it makes you strong. It makes mortals so strong. It's remarkable, and my kind struggles to understand it sometimes. I think that's what makes you so perseverant, so adaptable. You have to make your own magic in a way.
Yeah. I like the way you see things.
Heidi, like leans his gigantic, worker's head against yours. I like being seen by you.
Oh. Yeah.
In that
She
way.
hugs his head and pets, and it's like, okay, well, that's really good to hear. Then
I'm not looking forward to this boat and river, but I will survive.
yeah.
I don't like boats. I've been on very few.
Yeah.
Usually I can fly above them. I don't think this will be the case, but it won't be forever.
Yeah, I don't really like not feeling the ground below my feet. I don't think I've ever trusted any other sensation until I met you and got to experience what it was like to fly with you. That's the only time I've ever felt safe not
I wish
on the
water
ground,
felt
but
anything like air. It does not. I am clearly not made for this realm. Oh well.
well,
We
I
are
feel good
hooved
that
creatures.
you're here.
You and I.
Yes, exactly. I'm excited that we're doing this together.
I will protect you and get you out of this place. Back to where you belong. This I swear.
Well, I swear it too. What do you think? Can't just let you watch my back only. We're all a team here.
We're a team. Is that Winnie's? How's this happen? Yeah, so it seems like he's actually doing pretty good, but he will, in that way, he seems to get you, be like, if you want to stay, and keep me, because if you want to stay and keep me company, because I'm nervous, like, absolutely, stay. He's like,
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
he won't
No,
say
she
that.
wants to stay.
Yeah.
They've only been back together for like a couple days. So yeah, she wants to hang out with him.
Yeah. Then he says directly he would appreciate you staying with him through the evening. So he's more comfortable tomorrow.
Yeah. She hangs out, does the grooming stuff, does the farmhand things. Like she misses that kind of labor.
Yeah, absolutely. It's nice to care for a creature. For a partner, especially too, I think is one of that thing, because that's what horses were to your people. They were comrades.
Yeah.
They were, you couldn't have survived without them, right? It's not like a pet. It's a companion. It's a profound difference that you've been missing for sure. Yeah. All right.
Very
Any
sweet.
other preparations we want to make specifically, or we just want to get into it?
I think while Tony is having time with Arrow and decompressing and chatting with him, Aoife is busy packing her bag, and in the usual thing she does, she would make her little felt charms to give to people for her bardic inspiration. And she is so frustrated though, because she feels like she's lost the connection to the material that she's worked with almost her whole life. And she calls Marana into her room. And it's from the hallway. It's like, Marana, can you come here for a sec?
You hear like the slamming of like probably a thick tome just fall very loudly on the floor. Like she was just like, And then the door calmly opens.
Like the stopping piece. Quiet door.
Hey, Eva. What's up?
Come in. Have a seat as she clears like some swatches of fabric away to open a spot for you on the bed next to her.
I come in cautiously, respectfully. Do you prefer shoes off?
Oh, we always had shoes off in the house. I appreciate you asking.
Oh, that's good. My shoes are already off because same. And so I scoot over in my socks.
And Aoife's room, it's like full of wood, painted white, and everything. It looks like an 8-year-old girl's like pink fairy princess bedroom.
80s.
Yeah,
80s, early
like
90s.
Yeah, that early 90s,
White.
like pink covers, pink bedding,
Little
white
heart-shaped
painted
handles
wood,
and everything.
doilies
Yes.
and
Yeah.
lace
Yes.
everywhere.
Yes.
I bought this furniture pack on The Sims. Yes.
Oh my God. That was before The Sims, if I fucking may.
So she clears the space off in the bed for you, and you take a seat, and she hands you one of these little felt shapes, that are in like stars and horseshoes and hearts and everything, and that she's used this as her bardic inspiration. And she hands you this inert felt little fabric gold star, and she says, "Do you feel any magic in it?"
All right, real quick. If we're watching a movie scene. Fucking yes.
No, like she hands it to you, and it is not magical.
Oh, okay.
It's clearly well made, but there
I'm
is
just
like
trying to
Yeah,
listen,
there's
the vibe. Okay, so your sincere question. Like I have that thing that I can detect magic. So that's why I was asking. So honest answer. Can I Sage, out of context, because I love this moment. Is there some woo-woo? Do you know what I mean?
I think
Or am I trying too hard? I don't know.
yeah, I think so. But yeah, you
Okay,
know that she's
all right.
like, this is like a focus for her magic that she uses basically, but it's not working.
Okay, thank you. I needed that clarification because I was like, "Oh, is it the magic of craftsmanship?" Like that's where I was going. So thank you for clarifying. She's gonna feel it, and she feels it's like holding a piece of like I don't know lead or a rock.
Yeah,
But like I don't know, rocks have magic because of nature, and this is not that. And so she's gonna feel it, and she's gonna be like, "No." Maybe a little confused. She's like. What? Why? What's going on?
and she looks so distressed when you say no, and she takes her sewing kit and she just like hucks it across the room, and she says, "I can't. My magic has changed. I can't. I used to be able to conjure things from thin air, just like imagine a broom and it would be in my hand, or be able to give life to fabric to make objects dance and fly, and it was like second nature. It was like breathing to me, the connection that I had to everything, and now it's just stuff." And these big tears are starting to well up in her eyes.
As Marana's sitting here, and as you're letting that out, she's just like clutching the star that you handed to her, and she's listening on every word to what you're saying, and also feeling what you're feeling, and so she's well, sometimes changes happen and you might just have to get acquainted with where you're currently at. You've been through a lot. Aoife. I've only known you for, well, I mean, as long as I've been here, I don't even,
Just a few
it's
weeks.
not very long. And since I've known you, since you've pulled me out of, like this horrible cold pit that I very much, that was the worst thing on the planet. You pulled me out of that. And since I've known you from that, you've been through a lot. And you've also shared the changes that you've gone through in the endeavor to, we're just trying to make things equal or balanced. And in doing so, you've accepted things that you have to make that so. So,
But what if in accepting all these things, what if I'm irrevocably changed that my family, that the people I know won't recognize me anymore?
Marana kind of lights up because she has a deep feeling that she can't really put a finger on.
Mm-hmm.
But she lights up and she's like calms, like thaws, I guess. The only people that matter are the ones that don't need to see you the same way as you were. Everyone goes through changes. You're supposed to change. The very fundamentals of our day-to-day life change. Seasons, days, everything changes. And the more important thing is that you're making choices to change for the better. And the only people that matter are the ones that will understand that. And they will always be able to see who you are, regardless of what, like silly things on the outside? Like there's people that know how to see your soul. And those are the only ones that matter. And Morana's just like, doesn't really know what she's saying, but she's like believing it because like she kind of also feels it.
That dysmorphia is very fresh to you.
It also needs to hear it, kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, the world is confusing but I'm never going to understand the changes you're going through, but I see that you're going through changes and I love you so much for all of those changes you're going through. And I don't know what it's like for you specifically, but I'm here, whatever support you need. And also, Aoife, you just take it one step at a time. One thing at a time. What is the most important thing that we do next? That's all we need to focus on. And then we can look at the next thing.
And as you've been talking, she's been nodding her head and wiping the tears back from her eyes and her nose with her sleeve. And she says, I feel like at every point I've tried to do the thing that makes the most sense, that has the biggest impact, that helps the most people. But I'm so different now. She kind of just gestures to her body. I'm a fae. I talk to devils. I'm scared. I'm scared of what this all means.
Oh, I mean, okay. You sound wildly fascinating and super fun. Like, okay, those are really cool things. Also, yeah, I see why that's scary, but well, can I ask you some specific questions? Like, why is it scary? And I don't mean like in a dumb way. I mean,
yeah,
in terms of points of discussion. Like, what is that makes you feel scared about that?
I just, I've seen people who at every decision point made the best call that they could, and still they wound up a monster. And I don't want that to be me.
Well, it has a lot of contextual, open-ended questions. Also, don't compare yourself to other people. You don't know what was going on in their heart that led them to become that. And also, monster is a what's the word? You know,
A relative term.
discussion. Like a monster to whom? You know what I mean? Like
a very important question, I think, for Faye. And
yeah, like a monster to whom? Like, what is your definition of a monster?
I guess that's true. It's all just so confusing, and I'm worried that, you know, with how my magic's changed, how much I've changed, that control, that it feels like an illusion, that to think that I don't even have control over myself, over my magic, like I don't even know what to do that, and now we're going to go and face this. I guess I'm so full of doubt, and I just want to be able to help you, but everything feels so messy now.
Eva, if there's anything that I learned while being dead, is that the idea of control is an illusion. None of us have control.
literally, I was like just typing that in the Zoom chat.
So way ahead of you, girl. This is this is a philosophy that I actually uphold into my everyday life.
Oh, yeah.
Same.
Yeah, so here I'm gonna Brittany's like role playing, but also like preaching. Cleric is a good fit. Eva, sorry, let's get back into it. Control is an illusion, and I understand it. It is comforting to have, but no, actually, no. Hold on. I'm here for you in the living nervous system sensation of realizing that we ultimately don't have control. And yes, you are going through changes, but it's really good to change. That you should, you know this, like the world evolves. You have to evolve. You have to change. Otherwise you become extinct. You have to change. And you do not have a single iota of control over it. The best thing you can do is just learn how to float with it. I don't know if that makes sense. And as Morana's like explaining it, like she's kind of like preaching to herself as well. We did this earlier. But she really, her sincere effort is to comfort Aoife.
Yeah, and Aoife definitely feels it, and she takes a tissue from the side of her bed and blows her nose and wipes her eyes and gets her hair out of her face, and she holds up her arms to Morana to hug her.
Morana embraces her deeply, and she's like, listen, regardless of all the changes, confusion, doubt, and scary things, because I mean, I really relate to you on this. We do get to ultimately make choices. And I trust that you will make the right choices. And I would like to tell you
I have
that
faith
my
in you
choice...
even. Oh my God, cleric shit.
No, she said, I trust your choices. And then on top of that, she says, fuck you. Fucking, what was I going to say?
I'm sorry. I was like in it.
No. I will do my best to make the right choices for you and Tony. My goal is to make the right choices for you and Tony. And I trust that you are doing the same, basically, is what she's saying.
And she lets out a big sniff and she nods very fervently and she says, I am. We are. And I know that Tony is doing the same, and I know even Rook is too. Thanks, Marana. She sighs. I needed this. I don't know what my magic's gonna look like now, but it's just another thing to face.
I'm excited to see what your magic's gonna look like.
Cool. I think that's a good and very sweet moment to wrap up the evening, and we move along to the day
So
ahead.
many beautiful discussions about change and accepting who we've become.
No. I'm like in me like nasty bitch in Zoom. I'm like, Siebel, this is so great. Oh boy. All right. I'm just like, yes, underline everything. You beautiful souls. I love it. But now I will destroy you. So it's the morning. It's the morning after. And we find the closest river via Cooper in Chauciana. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
yeah.
before
Aoife
we
sends
head off,
her note.
yeah, she sends a little. She'll send a rabbit over to Bartleby that says, "We're headed to the Crystal Palace to visit the curator's new exhibit, Musicians of the Plains. We'll touch base after our visit, Morphia."
I love that you typed out those words for me. If you could send that to me in Slack next
yeah, for sure.
episode, I will give you a response letter delivered to you. Oh, by the way, yeah, letter writing mechanic. Literally, whenever, Brittany, if you want to message anyone in the whole world that you've met in this game or other worlds, do so. Send it to me. You'll probably get a response. You have the magical letter system in the Chicken Hut. It's incredible.
Are you serious?
Yes. So if you wanted to write a letter to Hades, it would be delivered. It might be weird what response you get, but you'll get some response.
Oh no, I was thinking of Virgil.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Fucking Hades. I just pray to Hades. Like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, that'd be weird. Yeah, no, you can send mail anywhere to magic mail system is built into this house. It's strange. It's unexplained. So magic. Yes. So you head to the nearest river and you cast this spell. So either Marana or Aoife, you could actually cast this spell now that you know it. It is seared into your brain. It will require you to expend a 5th circle slot, which is going to hurt, probably. But you do not have to maintain concentration on it. The book will do it for you.
I would like to wager. Well, I would assume magic discussion on the riverbanks. Aoife, I think maybe you should hold on to your spell slots, but I am open to hearing otherwise.
Out of character, I mean, Aoife's only 5th level spells are legend lore and seeming, which I don't think are gonna be useful
Pretty out of
necessarily.
combat spells.
Yeah. So she's happy to spend that.
All right, fair enough. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause I think for out of
Hang on
character,
to some
knowing that we're
restoration.
probably gonna get into some shit, I would rather you
Yeah.
have your 5th level spell slot.
Yeah. I see that. I forgot what I picked.
Okay. Yes.
All right. Touche.
So I imagine when this happens, we're standing on, so it's Chauciana, so it's probably mid-afternoon, like golden, sunlight, rolling fields, beautiful. Imagine Italian countryside, on a crisp autumn day, gorgeous blue skies, the flowing river, in front of you. And you're just standing there on a bank, you park the car, your house over there. And then this spell, Aoife, what are you doing to cast this? And then I will describe what happens, because it gets weird.
So having even though it's burned in her mind, I think she feels a great comfort in holding the Book of Black Fire
Oh, yeah.
opened in her hands, and it goes by so quickly because it's only an action to cast, but she takes 2 copper coins from her pouch, and she focuses on them as they're clenched within her hand, and they become absolutely white hot and melt, and the copper squeezes through her fingertips and pours onto the page, and there's just an eruption of whispers like all around of like lost souls.
Yeah. And as you're listening and focusing in, and it seems like time slows down to you as you're experiencing this and you're hearing these whispers. It's like a whisper network of spirits that you're basically viewing in a flash as this shade tells this one, who tells this one, who tells the ferryman that you were needed here. And it's like a telephone that comes back, and all of that sort of overlaps in your mind. And like it becomes very intense for a moment, but like you said, as you hold the book open, you feel it's like another caster, another presence is sort of holding you up during this, right? Like just as it's getting a little overwhelming, you feel almost like a ghost hand sort of lifting you, and you feel Poenya's power, which is deep and vast and shadowy, and you get the feeling like as you start to glance at it that you need to not go there, right? As you pull your focus back, because that's an abyss that if you stare into will eat you alive. And as the focus on these whispers and the spell passes from you and into that comforting presence behind you, you hear droplets in the water in front of you and a bell, 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 like a ringing sound of something. And as you hear this in your mind, Tony and Marana, you also hear it. And it's like in a flash, the sky just becomes dark, like this little pocket around you. All of a sudden, the sky is gray, like clouds just come in and shadowy mist surrounds where you are. It's like, it's night, a bleak day, gray weather, like just, it's all obscured and like a very strange experience as something changes. And drifting along now down this river is a vessel that you didn't see before. This large kind of flat-bottomed barge boat drifts lazily in front of you. You can see it has like a little carriage house, like maybe a single room, like engine room or cabin or something at some point, but otherwise the curling masts of this boat on all sides. It's this beautiful boat of like black and like lacquered red wood. But you see as it approaches, the mast figureheads on both sides are these large, elongated, like screaming faces on either side that have this like undead kind of gristly quality to them. And ferrying it along this massive, this way too large for a single person boat, is a sole fairy person dressed completely in this like shadowy black attire with this large hat that kind of masks their face. And as this boat pulls up, defying the way the current goes, by the way, which is just a detail that floats across your mind, it bumps against the side of the river, and you see the only thing out of the face that is kind of like shadowy and immaterial are 2 gleaming copper eyes that stare at you, and it makes a like the gasp of the dead as it offers a hand for you to step aboard the boat. Yes.
Do we all need to have copper pieces?
No, the copper has been paid. Just the 2 copper.
Thank you.
It's now in the eyes of the individual.
Tony
Yeah,
steps
Aoife-
aboard.
Aoife gleefully accepts the hand from this terrifying creature.
Yup.
this hooded, shadowed figure. And
Yeah, it doesn't seem capable of speech. It's a lot of the gasping and strangeness you would expect of a wraith or something like that.
Oh, I bow.
Yes. And as you step forward, it offers you a polite grin, a bow as well of acknowledgement. Very polite. Tony, you're gonna stroll. Arrow is like, it's not like an unnatural thing, but just getting a horse on a boat without blinders is a whole thing. And the creature even like after a while will like wave a hand and a ramp will sort of appear to kind of help. But it's... Why don't you make me an animal handling check just to like...
Yeah, I was gonna say, seeing that he has yet to come aboard and is just kind of like hovering around, she'll step back down, make that.
You can roll with
handling.
advantage, but like, yeah,
Right.
it's just his beast nature in this moment is like just struggling.
Oh yeah, I smashed that. I smashed the fuck out of that. Where's my animal handling?
That
I
makes
rolled an
sense for you.
18 plus, 28, 25.
Okay.
She'll step out and then like
you've never seen him so fragile or like animal like in this moment, right? You're like, horses are terrified of this kind of shit, and you know he has that vulnerability in him, and you've never seen this. And
yeah, she'll step out and kind of like how they hugged each other last night. She'll gently pull his neck and head down into her like chest area here under her arm and kind of hold around underneath his chin and kind of cover the top half of his eyes and be like, all right, I'll guide us. Just follow me and listen to
At
me.
first, in that way, he like bulks for a minute, like for that, and like his wings sort of flare. But like he realizes, eventually you're helping him, and he can't see the water, and just trust your lead, and that really helps. Yeah, it's a little inelegant, but you do manage to get the proud creature up there, and you notice he shuts his eyes too, and you actually hear like a little a thought that's not really spoken aloud, but like if you do have something you could use as like blinders, he would actually really like that for most of the journey. It will keep his bee stings from freaking out. Like a little blindfold or something.
What? I'll take off my belt and fashion something like I don't know how I would do it, but
you can get something together, a belt or like even just tying something like around his
oh wait,
face,
I
like
have
a
my
stupid little scarf
what's it?
or
My
something.
cobble craft.
Yeah. Use
I'll
the
use
druid.
my druid thing.
Yeah.
I'll cobble craft a little blinder thing for him, and
Yes.
it'll have a little leash attached to it too, so that I can guide him a little bit better.
Yeah. He's just like, if I'm gonna stand here on this boat, like and you can feel the shame in that. Like he's a sentient, very intelligent like creature, but at the end of the day, like, oh boy, this is actually if he can't see the rushing water like around him, it'll help him feel less out of place. Yeah, that's a great use of your little druid ritual. You can do. Yeah. But once you're all settled on the boat, and this is clearly, it's not the most comfortable passenger-facing boat. This is a boat that is meant, for a few hours of travel at the most. But probably the most alarming thing is once you step on board and the boat begins to surge forward, you hear that final, like, gasp of, like, confirmation, from this creature leading you. And as you push off with, a strength and a speed that you would not expect of literally one individual piloting this boat with a long paddle, you surge forward into this just cloud of darkness, like you're going into a thick, impenetrable cloud of mist. And very shortly, you are somewhere very different from the sunny, Italian countryside you were in before. It's probably a good few minutes before you can like get out of anything but oppressive fog, before you can see your surroundings. But eventually it starts to clear, and right around the time when you all get this feeling that the air is different, right? The environment is different, as you must have left the mortal realm behind. It's that feeling, that same feeling some of you have had when you pass into the wilds or a different place. The air is different. The magic is different. Everything about this is different. But it's not that same kind of pleasant sensory experience you've had when you've gone into the wilds where everything is kind of cranked up. It's almost the opposite, where everything is turned down. Everything that delights or is interesting sort of goes away. And things like your anxiety starts to spike. Your awareness of sounds, that paranoia, that feeling that something is wrong. That prickle that you get at the back of your neck when you're alone, you know, in your house in the dark, like that weird little perpetual feeling that there might be something lurking around the shadows in the corners, that just gets hyped as the mist begins to fade away, and you find yourself floating down this black river. As you look down, the water is like literally black. You can't see to the bottom. You're not sure what it is, silt or something, but it is raging and impenetrable below you. And the boat, you begin to feel it like rocking as you're traveling on choppy waters. But your ferryman doesn't seem to be perturbed by any of this. As you look off to the side, it appears you're in this massive kind of underground cavern, you know, probably 30, 40 feet above you. You can see natural stone that has been worn away by time, you know, in water. It's sort of glistens with like an iridescent green and blue kind of quality. It would be pretty, other than this weird feeling of dread that you have at the back of your mind. As you look out to the left and right of you, you see these empty, sort of rocky plains, just like with barren, like scraggly, almost dead trees, stuff that seems to stretch on into forever. And on either side, you see shades just wandering aimlessly. It's like the ghostly forms of people who are lost. Not quite like ghosts in the fact that you can see all the way through them, but they look immaterial, sort of faded away, like images of a projector, sort of on the screen on either sides. Yeah, Marana, you get a deep and sad feeling.
Real quick, for the sake of role playing from this point forward.
Yeah.
Is this like old hat for me? Can I like do commentary like, don't worry, companions, they are harmless?
No, I don't think so, because you don't really remember your time as a shade. I think you are getting this feeling of dread and sadness looking at these things because
like
you have
nostalgia,
a profound and sharp knowledge that you were once one of these very sad creatures. And Hades, this deal, what you're in, saved you from this.
is super special.
Yes. Most of these beings will never get a chance like you.
Which is also a very magnified, weird feeling.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm feeling extra fucking funky.
Yeah. Because the shades
But
aren't
also-
the ones in the underworld, right, that Hades protects. Like, if you were a shade, you know,
You didn't have coin to...
Yeah, you were plucked
Pass.
from these wandering
You fell in the
shores.
cracks.
Yeah. Hades saved you
Ooh.
from that. It gives a little bit more emphasis to why you're here, and a reminder, little shade, this is your
I'm
last
just
chance.
fucking feeling
right?
funky. I think in my discomfort, I'm going to try to offer comfort. Been like, don't worry. I think just don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact. Just, you know, we got a purpose. It's like, you know, it's like the Feywilds. Just stick
on
to
your
the
purpose.
fucking goal.
Yeah.
I'm like sweating and having like a fucking
Yeah. And
moment.
you're not really sure why, which is like all that more frightening. It's like this is evoking memories
Oh,
that you
because
don't
I dissociated and the
Yes.
memory was forgotten and I'm having a literal fucking panic attack.
Well, part of being a shade, too, is you don't know who you are or any memories. You have nothing, right?
Yeah.
And that's why these creatures are just wandering, forced to try and remember or find anything that
Yeah,
lets them know who they are or why they're here.
She doesn't know why she's sweating profusely, but it makes her feel good to be like, let's just keep going. Let's keep going. Don't worry about it. It's fine. We're all safe. We're all safe.
Yeah. And, you know, whenever one of these, like, shades gets a little bit too close to the riverbank, you see your ferryman, like, waves, you know, dips that big black oar out of the water and, like, smacks at the air around it. And you see, like, kind of a little misty pattern, and the shade sort of backs off. It's like the ferryman is kind of keeping them from, you know, swarming towards you or trying to get on the boat. In this state, they're no good to anyone. They're nothing but hungry predators. And this continues on for a while. It seems like an eternity, but you know the spell literally only lasts an hour of mortal time. But once again, everything feels different. Everything feels long and strange, like in these magical realms. And eventually, Thank goodness. You come to a point where like these empty fields of shades start to fade away, and you begin to see these like ghostly, almost flickering images like projections, the outlines of cityscapes on either sides, like towers that are cracked and ruined and fallen, lost to time with no people whatsoever. And it's a different kind of sad, but still sad and strange. And, eventually that fades away until you come to a point when the caverns you're in change. Like the ceiling gets dramatically lower, and you begin to see that you're moving into an area of like thick roots, like this titanic tree, like has sprouted out from like the bottom and stuff, and you're like in a point where you're just like in this thick forested web or whatever this tree is, moving from place to place. And Aoife, you have the sense that you're probably getting close to where you are, but it's hard to tell like or get the details, as like you're in this knotted mat. It's almost like the roots of those trees that grow in swamps, like formed around in these strange kind of arcways over this
mangroves.
Yeah, over this like massive river. And it's strange and beautiful and weird as you're passing through this place. And all of a sudden, this like claustrophobic network of webs you've been in opens up. And I think the stench of this place is probably the first thing that hits you as you look beyond and you see you've kind of dropped down a little bit into this lagoon kind of space. But the water around you continues to be black and brackish and fetid. And as you look like off far to your left, you can see this lagoon is fed by this like waterfall that continually like falls into this space. But you see the water is punctuated with strange white shapes that you quickly realize are bones that are just pouring down like endlessly. The bones, the remains of the dead, and you hear like a plunk as a corpse rains down and falls into the lagoon below. And that smell, the smell of death, you realize is what's assaulting your nose as you're in the edge of this pestilent and strange place. I need all of you to make me a constitution save as this is like beginning to infect your brains.
Dirty 20 for Aoife.
Nice. Okay, you're good.
12.
Nope.
9.
Nope. Okay, roll for Era as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a poison effect, so actually I don't think he can be affected.
Oh, okay.
He's immune to poison, I believe. He's a celestial. Yeah, so as you are like, oh god, you're faced with this watery grave of the dead, and the bones and remains of individuals, they never seem to stop coming over the edge of this waterfall that pours into this lagoon. You are assaulted by this smell. So those of you who failed, so that's
Wait, don't I get
everyone except the natural the 20. This is against being poisoned.
I don't know. Okay.
It was Tony. You rolled high, right? Who? Wait,
No, I rolled a 9.
Aoife, you got this. Yeah. So Aoife, you're okay, but it's horrible. It's horrible. This is awful. So Tony and Marana, you both are poisoned. For the next minute, you get to repeat this save at the end of each of your turns. Though Tony, as an orc, you would get to repeat the save at the start of each of your turns. It's one of your lineage features. Mm-hmm. But yeah, while you are poisoned, you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. So while this happens, you're like, oh my god, this horrible place. Like, you can see, just beyond on the other side of this, like, lagoon you've entered, there is another of, like, the roots, come back in, and there's another, like, smaller tunnel you can make it towards, but you are floating towards this thing at seemingly a hideously slow pace, considering how awful this is. Is there anything you're doing in this moment? I would say that would be about 6 seconds worth of preparation. before something terrible happens.
Aoife's gonna drink a potion of speed.
Okay. Wow, weird. Okay. Anything else? Basically, wink, wink, nod, nod. You're about to be attacked by something. I'm giving you 1 round to prepare for whatever horrible thing is lurking in these waters.
I thought I had a thing that I'm resistant to all this shit.
I don't think
I thought I had a thing.
It's not on your sheet. It would be on the first page. I put it there in your box.
Yeah, I was just looking at it.
Yeah, I don't think so, unfortunately.
I probably have a spell though.
Yeah. Okay, anything else?
Well, I have resistance. It's probably too late. How does that work?
Resistance to what?
I don't know. It's a fucking
Oh,
cantrip.
a spell? Oh, okay. That's poison damage. This is the poison condition. That's different. So it won't help you in this moment. Anything you're doing on this first round as you get a very bad feeling on the back of your neck that something is about to happen?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast guidance.
Would guarding?
What?
Who are you casting guidance on? You can pick one person.
In my poisoned state, I think I can probably see that Aoife is not fucked with.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to cast guidance on Aoife.
Okay.
Wait.
Nice. All right. Yes, Tony, if you would like to guard. So, yeah, take a, we can say that's your action you're taking to take a bonus action to guard. Totally fine. If you draw your weapons and stand in front of, who are you guarding?
I'm gonna guard Marana.
Okay. All right. So we've got a guidance. We've got Aoife drinking a potion. We've got Tony guarding. And boy, howdy, as you begin to drift across this like black and fetid lagoon, splashing comes up from below, and you see the boat rocks and almost dips completely into the water from the left side as you see the massive webbed hand, green, scaly, taloned hand, just like claw across the boat and almost drag it down into the water. We're gonna roll some initiative.
Real quick, as we do though.
Yeah.
Is it lore relative that Karen or Chiron or the ferryman is absolutely kind of like one of those weird holograms with a situation like this? Like the ferryman just does the one job and whatever happens along the way doesn't matter to the ferryman?
Yeah, so
or do we need to worry about the ferryman?
No, you don't need to worry. So the creature that was created, the ferryman by the spell, is not Charon, because Charon is a god that has his own thing. He's not summoned by a spell, but this is probably one of the demon or fiendish or spirit servitors of him. I will say, for the purposes of the spell, this would be a problem if Aoife had to concentrate on it, but it's not. Poenya is doing it, so the spell will be maintained. And basically maintain control over this individual.
Is manifesting the ferryman?
Uh-huh.
Poenya is okay.
From the book.
So Jesus Christ. Okay.
So it'll be fine as long as nothing fucks with the ferryman. It'll be fine. If shit starts happening where these creatures start attacking the ferryman, you might have a problem.
That's what I'm wanting to know. Do we need to fucking worry about the ferryman?
I will say, as your GM, the ferryman is probably not going to be the prime target for these creatures. The creatures are going to want to attack the things that are like attacking it and the juicier targets. And that ferryman is not very juicy. It is a fiend. And gonna be not good.
We have the mincemeat.
You are the good eaten as mortals.
We got the prime ribs.
Yeah. So even these creatures are smart enough to be like, nah, that smells bad, like us, whatever we are. You smell very good as mortals.
If I fucking may, it sounds like they're stupid, because if they were smart, they would stop the ferryman, because that's what's going to kill us.
They are...
I didn't say that. I didn't fucking say that.
Hungry. But anyway, put your initiative rolls in the chat. All right, Aoife with a hot 7. All right, and then Arrow got an 8. Oh boy, He is not in his element, and then I need to roll some stuff. So if you are cool, I will say the ferryman is not going to be involved in this unless you specifically drag him into this. And I would recommend not.
Nope.
I would
I hate
recommend-
that I even said anything.
Yep.
I fucking hate that I said anything. I was just making sure. I'm going to mute.
Just making sure. All right, kids, and we're going to do this combat fast and hot. You ready? You ready for this? We got 45 minutes for this combat. I believe in us. I believe in us. Okay, there you go.
We got it.
We got this. Okay. Ooh, that's gonna suck. Rolling initiative. That's gonna suck for you guys. Okay. I'll move things around a little bit. All right. There we are. Okay. So, Tony, you are getting to act first on this. You are poisoned. The stench is only worse as whatever the arm of this creature is comes around, like, you know, drags itself down on the boat. And we'll say, just to make your life a little bit easier, you see a face that peeks out of the water that accompanies this thick, muscled arm of this large creature. So it's sort of like hill giant kind of sized. And I will give you guys a look at the uggy face that you are looking at. All right. You see this cutie?
Ooh.
This sort of frog-like fiendish figure that is just like just a mouth full of teeth. Like imagine a frog face, but huge and full of razor sharp teeth, and its back is like just covered in quills, and you can literally see the stench rising off of it, despite it like just having emerged from the water. You can see like this acrid cloud of smoke surrounding it, these little beady red eyes. This thing is certainly some kind of demon or devil.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, gross.
Yep, it's crawling up the side of the boat.
I'd prefer it didn't.
I would like it to die. Thank you. Farewell.
Okay. Well, I guess let's kick things off with a good old radiant sword slash.
A good old sword slash. All right, you try and hit me, girl.
Let's see if these radiant things can hurt the devils a little bit more.
We'll see.
Oh, what a nice hit. That's 28.
Holy crap. Yeah, 28 is good. It's good for me.
Oh, actually, that's a crit because I rolled an 18 and I get crits on 18.
Yeah, remembering your shit. Yeah, let's do it.
And that also means I get a deadly flourish.
Oh my god, let's do it. Yeah, let's use your shit.
Out the gate, kicking ass.
Yes.
deal.
You need to. I promise, this is a warm-up. This is technically would be a random encounter, so you better stomp it, kids, if you're ready for what's next.
My things are so small. I wrote because it does so many
Hang
things.
on,
the
sorry,
font is
you're
so small.
poisoned. Did you roll disadvantage on those attack rolls?
Well, she gets to re-roll at the start of her turn, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but I didn't do that.
Okay, before you re-roll your attacks, the first thing you get to do because of your orc lineage is attacks, like saves that you would get to repeat at the end of your turn, you get to do at the start of your turn. So go ahead and make that save right now, because if you make it, you don't have to re-roll anything. You'd just be good, because you're a badass.
Okay, this is another con
Roll
save,
good,
right?
honey. This is a good place to spend luck if you got it.
I rolled an 18.
An 18 is great, so you overcome the poison effect. So you shake that fucking, I don't know, what is it about, like, you shake off a whole poison condition from literally a river of death lagoon water grave, like, floating with corpses. What gets you through it?
I think it's like the aroma, the stench is what's really fucking with me up. Like I can't really get any air
good
in.
breath,
So
yeah.
like I'm asking Arrow to like flap his wings for me as hard as he can once or twice just to like get some air into my lungs through the like smoke screen
Yeah.
that's suffocating me. And he pushes enough air into my lungs, like, a breathing mask.
I don't think he does it physically, but it's like one of those weird, like, mental things. You get like this meditation, like, feeling. Like, imagine a perfect place, right? Like, imagine a world of what, and like this image of like a perfect celestial glade comes into your mind where everything is pure and beautiful and like filled with clouds, and it just passes through your mind.
Oh, that's beautiful. I like that a lot.
Because honestly,
Okay.
no fan would do nothing in this nasty place.
No fan of do nothing.
No, don't do nothing. This is
more
like
deep.
those nasty dorm dudes putting an air freshener in their room, their dorm room, and being like, "Yeah, we good." No,
Oh, it's a D8.
nothing
not a-
fixing that.
I used to be employed to make mediations for that.
Ugh. I do not envy RAs or people who did any of that. Oh
I was an RA for 3 fucking years.
no.
Okay.
Oof.
I'm rolling all the damage at once, yeah?
Hell yes. Yes, you can. I will say there is no special benefit from Radiant, but this thing is resistant to non-magical attacks. So you're just, every time you use magic, you're good.
Great.
So you can just roll all your damage at once is the bottom line.
15, 16, 17, 18, 26, 31.
Oh, yes. All right, great hit on this thing. So you stab it in the face. It does not like that. And what's great about your magic blade, it seems, that cuts real good into the skin of this thick-ass creature. So everyone be noted, non-magic weapons are going to do half damage against this thing. But that radiant blade, that's the shit.
That's some shit right there.
Want.
And now we're going to go ahead and take our extra attack.
Nice.
Or maybe I guess we take our deadly flourish attack first and then the extra attack following. It doesn't matter. I get 2 more.
Do it! Do it all.
Ooh, and that's 17 to hit?
Hell yeah, that'll do. Just do it.
Great.
These things are tough. You're like, "Ugh," you had to hack a little on that.
2.
You had to hack a little on that. So your AC is somewhere around 17, kids.
Well, I had my shield out because I took that guard position. So right now I'm currently at a 19. So it's a little okay.
Oh, fuck.
It ain't bad. 9, 11 more damage.
All right, nice.
And then now our extra attack.
Yes.
Ooh. That was not so hot. That was 11 to hit.
That will not do. You bounce right off the leather tough frog skin of this, whatever the hell this is.
Does a bardic die add to an attack roll? No.
Yeah, but you don't have one yet.
Yeah.
But now, because of Eva's talent that she took at level 10, you could add it to damage, but
I
or
got
two
one
attack
from
rolls.
her last time. I wrote it down in my notes.
That would have
from-
expired.
Yeah, they only
so-
last 10 minutes.
Never mind.
So that's why you got to spend them if you have them. Just like luck
Got it, got
points. You got to spend them if
Gotcha.
you have them.
Okay, then I think that's...
All
Hold
right,
on.
Cool. Are you going to keep standing right by this thing on the edge of the boat?
Yes, because it will have disadvantage to attack because of my vanguard if it
So
attacks a
are you-
creature within.
Got it. Are you using a bonus action to maintain your guard stance or anything?
Well, no, because of vanguard, it has. Here, let me read it again. Da-da-da-da. When a creature within your reach makes a melee attack against a target other than you, you can use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack and. Oh. Wait, maybe that is the guard. Maybe I'm confusing the two.
Nice, but
They
in
both have
addition
guard-
to that, I don't think you've used your bonus action yet, unless Deadly Flourish was a bonus action.
Deadly Flourish is a reaction.
Okay, so you couldn't have used that. Well, I don't think. But that's
Wait,
okay.
why? Deadly Flourish is a reaction when you score a critical hit.
Oh, I understand.
yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, great. Works for me. So you haven't used your bonus action yet. So if you want to use your action guard, which is a bonus action, your martial action, I suggest you do so.
Okay, yes. Guard is the one that makes the disadvantage. Guard, use
Yes.
shield to intercept incoming attacks.
So you should
within
always,
5
if you have
feet.
nothing else to do with your bonus action, always use that girl every turn. Every turn.
Yes, they have disadvantage on the first attack roll it
Yes.
makes against me or an ally within 5 feet.
There you go. So you want to use
That's
that,
it.
and you want to have your vanguard waiting in the wings. That's how you
Yes.
become the shield titan of our hearts.
That's
Yes.
what's happening.
Okay, so you got to remind me though. You're in charge of that, telling me Celeste, you have
Yes.
disadvantage when I start to make attacks.
Yes,
All right.
yes, yes. Guarding.
Got it. Okay, wonderful. Great turn as you stab down into this thing, climbing on the boat. And Marana, oh no, Brittany, it comes to you, but you're not here.
I'm coming at times. Okay.
I was like, otherwise my creature's gonna go.
Dude, I screamed from down the hall. You'll probably hear it. Somebody will hear
I
it
heard
in the
a,
recording.
like, done. It's you.
Okay. Y'all are gonna have to be fucking patient because I have insisted on playing characters that have the least, and now I am playing a character that has the fucking most. I would like to cast. Okay, hold on. Okay. Are these creatures like crawling onto the boat?
There is one creature so far that is like hanging on the side of the boat. in
Okay.
front of Tony.
Is it within, like, I would like to cast a grave touch on the creature.
Oh yes, it is certainly within whatever range you need it to be.
Sick. I'm going to do the grave touch on this fucker that is clinging to the boat or trying to crawl into. And then I have fucking bonus actions that I would
Nice.
like to use.
Okay, so Grave Touch is a cantrip. Yes, that requires me to make a save, I believe.
Grave touch. Make a ranged spell attack against a creature on hit. Target takes 2d8
Then you
necrotic
need
damage.
to make me a ranged spell attack.
Okay.
So D20
Ooh, I get to
plus
add
whatever
some
your
shit.
spell attack modifier.
That would be. Sorry. +8.
All right.
Where the fuck is my favorite dice?
The good one, the big one.
Well, I can't. I'm looking for a d20. There it is. All right. Well, thank God my attack bonus is +8. That's a 2 + 8, so I rolled a 10.
That is not going to be enough. This creature seems to almost otherworldly. with
Well,
supernatural
can
wonder.
I?
Shrug off your shit. Yeah.
Seems like I can do some shit, maybe. I'm still learning how to do bonus actions because I have so many.
Yeah,
I have so
go for
many.
it.
I might need some help. One of these, like,
Oh, I'm sorry. Also, you should have had disadvantage on that roll because you're poisoned.
oh my God. Well then,
But that's okay. It already failed, so don't worry about it. But give me your
I don't
bonus
really,
action.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I have so many. I studied this, and
You
now
can
that we're in the
also
moment.
say, no, I'm not going to use a bonus action, because most of the time clerics can't use bonus actions. You have a lot of conditional bonus actions, so it's totally okay to be like, nah, that's it. All right, so at the end of your turn, we get to make a save to see if you maintain that poisoned effect. So go ahead and roll that Constitution save for me again and see if you can overcome that.
Oh, sick. Okay. That's a 16 plus 4.
Okay, nice. So
20.
you,
Dirty 20.
you also similarly, what is the thing you do to get rid of this poison? To, like, you manage to fight through it and clear your senses. What's the little mental, like, experience you have or the thing you focus on?
Shake it off like a wet dog.
You're like, yeah, I've been worse. I've been around death. I'm a cleric of death. No
I've
worries.
been on this river, you
Yeah.
loser.
Pah. All right, you shake it out of your mind. And that brings us then to the thing that is crawling up the side of the boat. So, Nassim, darling Tony, is right here, right in front of you, so ripe for the attacking. So I'm going to start my full attacks here. So the first thing that happens is you see this creature opens up its, like, toothed maw, and this black tongue launches out at you, this like big frog tongue that like tries to like stick to you and basically like pull you in towards this thing. It's going to have disadvantage on this attack because of your guard bonus action, yes. All right, so I'm going to roll this with disadvantage. So you try to avoid its sticky tongue attack. All right.
No kisses.
With disadvantage, it's a 17. Will that hit you?
No.
Nice. Okay, so you're like, ew! So, like, you see it trying to snake around you as this happens. You're like, blah! And you, like, block that, because that would have been a horrible time. Good for you. And then it's going to, like, it gets mad as it retracts the tongue and just tries to bite you with its big old jaws. So the disadvantage is expended, so this is just a normal attack, which can bite 23.
Yep.
Any bullshit before I roll this? Nope. Okay. All right. That's going to be 10 piercing damage as this thing just chomps into you. And while it's got you and it's sort of like crawled up more onto this boat, it's like a very almost an awkward seal thing, right? As it's like got a bite on you. Now it's trying to scrabble at you with the, like its big webbed thingies. It's going to make 2 claw attacks. Oh,
How much damage did you say that was? 23?
It was
Did you
10.
say that was... 10.
It was a 23 to hit you. It was 10 piercing damage.
Gotcha.
Okay, so the first claw misses you. The second claw misses you. So you're like a tin can.
Woo!
There's this thing. He's like blah, blah, trying to scrabble up a wet, awkward mermaid trying to like get up on the boat. But a lot more of it is on the boat. So, you know, it might be a problem soon. But Arrow, we actually come to him. He is currently blinded. Good for him. But it is his turn. What would you like him to do?
Seeing that he's blinded, can I... I guess my turn's over, so I can't move to, like, take that off of him.
Correct.
Can... You said there's, like, a shed thing on the boat?
Yeah, it's like a little cabin. You know, like a single room cabin, engine room style thing.
I think, can I make some kind of roll to, like, have him use his wing to, like, push the blinders up off his face?
Sure.
Or-
You could have him do like maybe I would say an athletics check to maybe like, you know, bop his head like enough that he can just dislodge them. So it'll be a
Athletics
strength.
would
So with monster stat blocks in Tales of the Valiant, all we give you is the modifier, which can be applied to everything. So it's higher than it would be for an individual skill check or ability check or whatever. So what you would roll is just a d20 and you would add his strength because that's what athletics is. So that strength modifier is +3.
Oh, on here it says 4.
Oh, +4.
It's-
There we go.
15?
Okay, yeah, that's enough. So he can, I'll say he, uses
Cool.
his, he can absolutely get that off.
Sick. Okay. Then let's move on over to a hooved attack because...
Yeah. I'll say
Yeah,
he can
the
use
thing is-
his full multi-attack. So it says there, so basically it's in
Yeah,
the same parlance as you, an action, 2 hooves or 1 hoof and a horn.
Yeah, sorry, I meant to say multi-hoof
right.
attack.
Yeah, so start with a hoof. So go ahead and roll that.
Woohoo! That's the natural 20.
Oh my god, yeah. His great, shiny, gleaming green hooves come down
That's a
on this
gorgeous,
big
beautiful
creature.
And that's 7 bludgeoning.
Nice. Okay,
Do they
and-
crit when they get a natural 20? The creatures?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Then let me add.
Yeah, and it also he has magical attacks, right? So his hooves count as magical. Is that what it is?
Great. Then that's
Wait,
another.
no, I'm confirming. You have the stat block. Does it say or it says magical attack or
It
weapon?
doesn't say. It just says melee weapon attack.
If you look above in the things under his stats, but above his actions, does it say magical weapons?
Oh, it does say magic weapons. Alicorn's
Isn't it-
weapon attacks are magical.
Yes, okay.
That's
so
a
his
magical
hooves-
creature, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I'm sorry. I just needed Nassim to clarify the trait was there. So yes, his attacks count as magical. So he takes all 7 damage. Yes.
Yes. And then with that extra crit damage that I forgot to roll, that's another 13.
Oh my god. Nasty.
For that first attack, for that second attack,
As it, and the great beast, the war horse sized beast, brings its hooves down, tries to trample.
yeah,
this
but we
thing
really got
attacking
the full spectrum
Hell
because I got only a 7 to hit this time.
Okay, well, that was hooves or horns.
Hooves.
Okay, yeah, with the hooves. So it tramples the thing. I don't think Arrow was expecting it to be as rubbery and hard as it is, and without killing you, that attack just couldn't quite, work. You're very close. So Arrow sort of, backs off and is ready though. Nice. Okay.
Also, attacking on a boat is very clumsy.
It is.
Not
It's
used to that.
hard. The ground is weird. Everything's weird. So, Aoife, we come to you. As you see, Tony and Arrow are valiantly fighting this thing. Marana is in the distance still looking a lot better, looking a lot less green than she was moments before, but still not quite getting a beat on this thing.
Aoife is going to run up and get into the mix with Tony and Arrow. And she moves so quickly now as the potion takes hold and is coursing through her veins and her arteries, and everything is just going lightning quick.
Yes.
And she is going to, for her first action, she's going to use one of her new magic items, which is the bagpipes of battle.
Oh, what does that do?
And so she pulls out these bagpipes and she blows on this and blows on them, and then they make this kind of mournful wail sound.
Oh, yeah.
And all of my allies within 60 feet get a D12 Bardic Inspiration die.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then each hostile creature within 60 feet has to make a save against being frightened.
Rude. Okay.
DC 15.
Am not immune to being frightened. Okay. Okay. One succeeds, one fails. Okay.
For the one that succeeds, Aoife's going to use her reaction to expend a Bardic Inspiration die. So they have to re-roll it and then also subtract what I roll in the Bardic Inspiration die. She's using her new subclass feature,
Ooh.
Mind Games.
I love it. How does that work?
When a creature would fail a save against a fear or charmed effect, she can use her reaction to expend one of her Bardic Inspiration die. And when she does, they have to re-roll the save and then subtract what I roll on the die from it.
Nice.
So re-roll it and -3.
Okay. Ooh, all right. So 2 failures. So they are feared, which means they can't move closer to you.
Indeed, and I think there's also something else. So
Attacks? I think they have disadvantage.
so they have disadvantage on attacks and ability checks. While I'm within their line of sight, they cannot willingly move closer to me. They also have disadvantage on. They have disadvantage on the saving throw if they're within allies close to me, and then they can repeat the save at the end of each of their turns.
Nice. Okay. All right. So you strike goddamn fear into this one creature that you can see, and you hear a splash from somewhere far below the boat that indicates you might have bought yourself another round. Yes.
And
scary.
and they have to take the dash action and move away by the safest available route on each of their turns.
Nice. All right. Damn.
Yeah, she She gets right up in there and she blows on this instrument. It lets out this mournful kind of strange sound that resonates weirdly in this thick, heavy, acrid air. But to our friends here, it actually sounds very pleasant and kind of calming and soothing. And
Like the weird good didgeridoos. And then the bad didgeridoos to your enemies. I love it.
And then with her second action, she'll take the dodge action, so attacks will have disadvantage against her.
Nice.
And
Good shit.
that will be her turn.
All right. Okay, so then we're coming back up to the top of the round. So Tony, it is your turn with Marana. You're on deck, so your turn will be next. All right, Tony, what up? So this thing still, it hasn't fled yet, but it looks very scared, like it's about to perhaps dash away from you. But that doesn't preclude it from making long-range shit when it gets there, so this is your time, melee goddess, to kill before go. Oh, I think you're muted, darling Nassim.
Yes. That bardic inspiration is good for the actual hit, right? It's doesn't.
Yeah, for anything. For
Yeah.
any d20 roll or damage, or to subtract damage against you.
Yeah, Sage
Okay.
has buffed it out, so it can be anything. Note, that's not normal for bardic inspiration, folks at home. But Sage has taken talents to make sure you can add it to pretty much any fucking thing you could ever want to do with your rolls.
Okay. There's always the debate of whether you announce it first before you make the attack or you wait and save it for
I
your-
will say, in this house, you never have to announce it until you know the result of your roll.
That is how it is written.
That is how it is written and how most tables rule it. It's only the really hard-ass graybeard DMs who are like, you must use it before you roll. It was just having
Very
this fight
good.
on Discord. So
because your melee queen just rolled a 26.
Ah, yes, you don't
yeah.
need to use that. You could roll it
Yeah.
for damage to make that extra spicy, but we'll get to that. Yeah, 26 will
Yes.
certainly hit.
In fact, speaking of making it extra spicy, I choose to forego taking an extra attack so that I can finally use one of my special actions, my special
Hell yeah.
one of my tactics, and I'm gonna make it count is what it's called.
Yeah.
So that means first of all, I can add an extra 10 to my attack roll, which is
Hell
not needed.
yes.
But on a hit, it deals additional damage equal to my fighter level. So my
Yes.
fighter level being 8. So we get an automatic 8 damage.
Oh, yeah.
It means that I just can't take any extra actions.
Yeah.
Clarify, though, for me if that means I also can't action surge.
No, you could still action surge, but basically it uses up any extra attacks you would have taken on your action. So
Okay.
but that's a clever way to get around that. So that's intense when you really need to make it count. That's how you
She's
come
making
back
it count.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 2d6s, 1d8.
But I believe the language is you can only use a tactic once per turn. So if you did action surge, you couldn't use make it count on the second action surge attack, right?
Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. And we're going to use our bardic inspiration with our damage here also.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
You didn't give me the base damage yet, right? I'm a feud.
No, not yet.
Okay.
It's going to be gorgeous, though. It's going to be 11 plus 6. So that's
already-
17
my
plus
God.
another 8 from my making it count.
Oh, God.
And now plus my bardic inspiration die, that's another 5.
Oh, God. Okay. Right. So 8 plus 5 is 13. Wait, hang on.
No. It's 11, 17 plus 8, which is 25, plus 5, which is then 30.
That's disgusting. Anything else? Any other nasty?
Action surge.
Yeah, baby. I'm so proud
Here we
of
go. She's
Damn.
fighting like a fighter.
You doing it. Look at you living your life.
Okay, I don't think a 14 is going to hit, though.
A 14 will not,
Bust
but do
those
you have luck?
fucking knuckles.
I don't have luck.
Not even one? All right.
No, not if I can't save it from a previous game.
You can save it from a previous game.
You just said use it when you got it. It only lasts so long.
Because if you generate more than 5 at a time and you have banked up, it resets. You have to roll to reset it.
Oh, okay.
Luck lasts. That's why you have 5 boxes on your sheet. Once you get to 5 boxes, we have a problem. I believe you generated at least 2 luck during last game.
Okay. Well, I guess I didn't.
So
I only have one
always
saved.
No, kids. So that's when you mark it on your sheet. You got it until you spend it. But the covenant of that is you must remember to fill in and remove it from your sheet.
I got 0 luck.
Okay.
That makes sense.
You got
Hey, sorry.
you
missed.
got luck.
No. So, Brittany, you would have generated 1 luck because you missed with your spell attack roll for Grave Touch last turn. So you would generate 1 luck from that.
What?
Every time you miss with an attack roll, once per turn, when you miss with an attack roll, you generate
Or
a
fail
luck
a
point.
save.
Or fail a save. So actually, Tony and Marana would have generated 1 from failing a save that first time before combat
Oh, wow.
started.
What?
When you
great.
fail an attack roll on your turn, you would have generated 1. So Marana, you would have generated 2 since the start of this entire encounter.
I don't think I knew that at all. Jesus.
Y'all,
So I have
review the
2
luck.
luck
It
points?
helps you. The thing is, luck is a player-facing cool thing.
That is complicated.
It is not. It is a reward for failing forward and knowing how to play this game. So you would have had... When you fail something, you get a luck point, is essentially the thing. But you can only get 1 per round.
1 per turn.
That's so insane.
Yeah. This is why it's a resource that you can spend often when you fail.
It literally just makes me laugh every time because I know that you made it because
I
of
made
me.
it because
fail,
of you because you
use it.
fail so fucking often.
I'm going to use it. So what? I got 2 luck points?
Yes. So the first one was on that round when you failed. That same.
And Tony has how many?
2. I have 2.
2.
All right, fucking use it. God damn it.
Well, I guess I have 3 because I also failed an attack roll in
so
the last
you would have
round.
had 3 because you had 2 from last game and you got 1 from this game when you failed your save.
Okay. So I'm using 1 right now on that failed roll that I just failed. Yes. I now rolled a dirty 20.
Nice. Okay, so
Okay.
you're burning all those luck points?
Well, no, just the. Okay, hold on. Let me read the
Yeah,
thing.
what are you doing? So the way you can spend luck, you can have up to 5 luck points at a time. There are 2 ways to spend luck. You can burn luck as a 1-for-1 bonus on a roll. Or you can spend 3 total luck to re-roll a dice.
Then that's what I'm doing because I re-rolled my dice and I got a dirty 20.
Okay. Yes, that will be accepted. So now erase 3 luck from your total. Those are gone.
Yes. Gone.
Right. So your squeezy toy, for instance, if you had chosen to spend only 1 luck in an instant, you could have spent your squeezy toy to double that to 2 luck. So you could have kept 2 luck, used the squeezy toy, and then...
Given how frequently I fail, I have faith I'll gain more luck soon.
All right. But I'm just telling you, that's the strat. You want to play with that squeezy toy. All right.
You're right.
So Dirty 20 will certainly do.
6, 9, 13.
You doing scary damage to this thing. I'm getting scared. Aoife made it scared, but I'm also scared for it on Aoife's behalf.
19?
Ooh.
19 damage, yeah.
Yikes. Okay, yeah, that's a lot. Alright. Okay. That's fine.
That was my second attack, wasn't it? That was my extra attack?
Yes, it was.
Cool. Then I believe that's it.
Yikes. Alright. Okay, Marana. So you have 1 round. We're coming to you. Basically before this thing has to flee and go back in the water. I'll say if you do quite a bit of damage to it, it might get so scared it might just end this combat here.
I would like to cast Magic Missile
Okay,
as my action.
nice. All right, so then go ahead and you roll for each missile thing. So it's a d4, so roll 3 d4s and add 1 to each individual d4 roll.
So 4 plus 2 plus
Okay,
2.
okay, plus 2.
So plus 1 to all of those. That would be, so okay. 4, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay, so 11 total. That sounds about right for average. So you pepper this thing with force bullets for 11 damage.
Wait, does my spell attack bonus get to be added to that?
No, in the language of the spell. So you automatically hit with it, and each missile you deal does 1d4 plus 1 damage. So if you had upcast it, you could have more missiles, so more d4s. But at first level, it's just
fine.
those 3. So that's 11 total. So flat thing. That's the trade-off for magic missile. It's awesome because it always hits. Like if you're ever worried about that, no worries. But
That's
it
fine.
doesn't
I
factor in
consciously chose to cast it at a lower
Yeah.
circle.
All right, cool. So yeah,
Now,
you deal
bonus
another-
action.
A sweet little hit. Yeah. So
I
this
wanna
could be
play-
a cantrip or anything else like channel divinity or any other feature that isn't a spell.
I'm going to move to the front of the boat.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
And then I am going to just sit there. I don't know. I guess I'll ready an action with my Bident. So if that creature pops its head up again, I'm going to stab it.
So you used your action to cast magic missile, so you cannot ready an action because you do not have an action to ready. So with
Right.
that, we come to the end of your turn, and we come to this weird little demon thing. And thanks to Nassim's thorough and beautiful stomping as Tony, and Sage's incredible fear, get the fuck away from Aoife, this thing that has been assaulting the boat, and the one that was lurking underneath it, this was going to be a paired mate of demons storming your boat. Not today. They have decided you are food far above their weight class. And you see this thing, Tony, just, it tries to dip into the water and recede away. You can get an opportunity attack to try and kill this thing, for sure, if you would like. And Arrow, as well, standing next to it, can make an opportunity attack. And I'll say, if you kill this thing, you probably definitely have one less enemy that will attack you immediately next game. So
Yeah, I'm
play
for
ball,
that.
kid. So you get one attack, one melee weapon attack as your op attack.
Here we go.
Let's play ball.
Ooh. Oh. Okay. That was a natural 1 plus 10.
Oh no, that's not good.
So she misses completely as he's leaving the. Wait, no. Is it opportunity attacks? You don't get advantage on.
No,
You just get
no.
to attack him. Yeah.
Yeah, unless you
And
have
then
some kind of
Arrow.
feature that gives you advantage, which is pretty atypical.
And then get a luck.
Yeah.
No.
Get that look.
Oh, get that
Okay.
look. Yep, because you missed, so you get that look.
Arrow. Where's your?
Thank you, Sage. You'll have to be my buddy, reminding me. It's for your advantage, Sage. I feel you're good at the PC advantages. You're my luck captain. Party luck captain is a very important role, kids, for your group at home.
And then, Arrow gets 16 to hit.
Yeah, okay. That is just the number on these boys, so you can go ahead and hit. Deal that damage. Just the number.
That's 8 plus 4, 12.
Nice. All right. Still not quite enough to kill one of these boys, but you've gotten it down. So I'll say it. These things had 138 damage. And you got it down to under 20 damage at this point. So close, so close. I'll give you guys. Okay, Aoife or Marana. Do you want to give me like a quick quick spell that you think could kill this thing. If you're willing to burn a spell slot. Like do a hot like a, I don't know. I mean, Sacred Flame is a bit too big, but maybe like a.
I mean, Aoife's got her wand of magic missiles.
Oh,
And she
that's
can
a
just,
good one. Yeah, just keep going. Miranda did the magic missile. Do more. This creature hates it. You want to burn some charges to kill this thing?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Burn some charges, Aoife. It's like 20 health. Do it. Play your average.
Yeah, we'll burn.
Yeah.
3.
I promise it'll help you instead of 2 big heckin' frog demons that might come back. I promise there'll only be 1.
3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we'll burn 4 charges, so it's cast at a 4 circle. So 3, 4, 5, 6. 64 plus 6.
Oh, yes.
That's nice.
Oh, yes.
$22.
Hell yeah.
Yes. You want to describe how it dies as it's fleeing, like in the
Yeah, she sees terror.
Please
like
set it up for its
with
secret
face.
mate that is going to like haunt you later. Please, yeah.
Yeah, and she hears the splashing far away. She sees the fear into this thing as Tony and Arrow have just done work. It's like bleeding. It's trying to like claw her way back into the water, and as like it's looking like it's going to jump into the water, she just pulls out the wand,
Destroy it!
and just bright flashes of gold just sink into this thing.
Oh, yes, and you see its like fetid, bloated frog demon body just like float for the surface, become inanimate, and then sink down. You have a satisfying feeling of victory, but also a feeling in the back of your mind like, what was that thing that I affected with my magic? Because there was definitely another creature there. You never saw it. You felt it got away. There's this burning sensation in the back of your mind that will come back to haunt you. But other than that, congratulations, you've survived your encounter along the river Styx. And things happen very quickly in the next few minutes, because your boatman, by the way, has never stopped moving forward during this encounter. Because, reminder, an encounter each round is only 6 seconds worth of time. So he's just been valiantly, like, going through this whole thing. And you float across the lagoon through this other, claustrophobic kind of chamber of roots and everything. And you suddenly, you're all rocked as the boat hits this piece of land. And you see this very small dock in front of you, this blackwood dock with a single, like, hanging lantern swaying in the midst of this oppressive fog that you see in front of you. But this fog, unlike what you saw before, is speckled with, it's almost like bright stars, these kind of floating, ghostly forms in the mist. Will-o-wisps, if you will. And the smell of, like, marshland kind of hits you. So beyond must be some kind of swampy terrain that you can't quite see. And you hear and the clink of coins coming from your boatman as he takes the coppers from his eyes, leaving these black, vacant holes. And what you see now is the skull that forms his head. And he clinks them up and down in his skeleton hand, indicating it's time to leave or pay me again.
Well, I think we're here.
Yeah, immediately Tony goes to Arrow and gets the blinders back fixed in the right position
To get him up the ramp.
to get him off first.
Oh, yeah. It takes a little too long, and you get the You're hearing some like sounds that are like, hurry up, as you're getting the great noble beast off the boat, but you do, and everyone else follows the minute the last of you step off this barge. The mist envelops it completely, and you can't see it anymore. It's like a wall has just consumed the waters and everything beyond you, and all you can see is this mist beyond. And Aoife, in your mind, you get this feeling, it's like almost a memory that isn't yours that comes to your mind. Present your invitation. Present your invitation seems to like echo.
And sure enough, she'll pull out that square black envelope and hold it up.
Oh. And as you do, it's almost like a magnet. Like as you raise it above your head, the mist just parts immediately, revealing this winding and very clear narrow pathway through these mists. You seem to have your path, and you have the great and oppressive feeling that you better stick to it, because it's the only shot you've got of surviving this place. That's where we're gonna end for the night. I'm sorry, Brittany. I'm always like, questions. Well,
I don't have a question. I was going to add to the scenery, but we can do it next time.
We do. Don't
We can
worry.
do it next time.
You'll be stuck in the oppressive mist next time. But
Don't worry. I'm going to remind you what I would like to say.
Don't worry. I'll be there. But thank you, everybody, so much for joining us. Oh, boy. Oh, what a trip along the river Styx. Oh. I loved it. I loved seeing it. Nassim, Tony coming into her fighter. She did so much damage.
Yeah, that
doing
was so fun.
You almost single-handedly took down that enemy, and it was great, and I loved it. Hell yes. And Aoife playing the, I'm afraid of you, fuck off, condition bard. Damn, I'm ready. I'm loving it. But yeah, that's it. That's all we got for you. So, thank you so much for joining us. As always, we like to, before we end, take some time to say a huge thank you to our Patreon donors. We know times are tough. The world is weird, especially if you live in the US. So those of you who make the time and the effort and have the means to donate to us monthly on Patreon, thank you. Thank you so much. Like, we make no money off the show. We do this for free. We've assembled, every other week for almost like 10 years at this point. And the only way we pay people is through your support and understanding. So thank you so much for being there. And as part of that, we want to thank our higher donor tiers. So I'm going to start things off and say a big ol' thank you with our Arnie's cohorts tier. Say a big thank you to Muffin at the one on Drury Lane.
Thank you, Nissa McKinnon.
Thank you, Tony, my dude.
And thank you to Chris.
And for our fairest drinking mate tier, a big thank you to Fable.
As always, thank you, Brittany.
Thank you, Destiny.
And thank you to our wonderful Maud Markali.
And thank you, Noon, from our Discord server.
Thank you, Mrim.
It's good.
Thank you, Stephen.
Steven.
Steven.
Okay,
Thank
I
you
am
for
sorry,
the
Stephen.
mystery,
Thank
Stefan
you.
Steven. Thank you.
Even Steven.
And thank you so much to Cinnamon Toast Punch.
You all are lovely. We enjoyed having this crisp fall episode for each and every one of you. We hope you've enjoyed it. Until next time, as we continue our adventures in hell, I have been your game master, Celeste Konowich.
I have been your becoming learned Eldrin cleric, Morana, played by Brittany.
And I, Nassim, have become your newly skilled fighter, Tony
skilled,
Silvertail.
so hard. I love
And And I'm Sage, and I have been your satyr who strikes fear into the hearts of her enemies, Aoife Flannery.
'Tis better to be feared than loved, Eva. And that's all I'm saying that, yes. Machiavelli said it. Let's roll with it.
Fuck that guy.
That weirdo. Yeah, well, I guess.
It's a whole new
until
kind
then,
of bard.
a whole
By the way,
other kind of
some might
bard.
say that was all satire.
Until then, everybody.
Venture
away! Venture away,
Yeah.
everybody. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.